Yo, yo, yo. Mic check, mic check. Are we live? Are we good? Yes, yes, yes. Are we good? Are we good? I'm going to wait for a few people to come in here. Are we good? Let's see. Yes, yes. All right, cool. Looks like we're live. Waiting for a few more people to come. So this is going to be me. How's the quality of the video? Is the video good? Yo, 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 yo. Wait for a few more people to come in here. So this is just gonna be a quick video. Not quick, sorry. We're gonna be in there for like an hour or so, just predicting the scores for the weekend. Give you a bit of that content. Monique, big you up every time. But what was I gonna say to you? Is the quality of the video okay, or do I need to adjust the camera? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Are live. So we're gonna go through the games. We're gonna go through the games that are happening this week. Obviously, the big one that I think the biggest game this weekend is probably Chelsea versus Arsenal. But we will start by, let me just see who the 12:30 kickoff is. I'm gonna wait for people to come in there first. I don't want to talk about Chelsea Arsenal straight away. Let me see what that comment was. Looks fine to you. Okay, cool. Right, so the weekend's fixtures. Yeah, I need to not put the mic so close. Ain't trying to put my lips on the mic. Pause. Premier League. Right, here we go. Matches. Let's see. Ooh, the Merseyside derby is tomorrow. The Merseyside derby is tomorrow. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start with that one soon. Just waiting for a few more people to come in here so that we can start this. Let me go and tweet that I'm live right now. Let me go and tweet the link. Waiting for a couple more people to come. There we go. Yes. Yo, let's go. Let me see Everton form. All right, cool. We're just gonna keep it moving with however many people are in there. It's been about 5 minutes. But what I can do is say How's everyone in the chat doing, man? Let me know. Let me know where in London you lot are watching from. You know, there was a time. There was a time where, like, when I used to stream before, I used to be like, "Where's everyone joining from?" And I used to get London, Birmingham, New York, Colorado, Nigeria, South Africa, and now I get my family members. But don't worry, we're gonna build it back up, guys. Make sure you like that. You press that like button. Build up the algorithms. Share it with whoever you need to share it with. We're gonna keep it going, keep it moving. Press that like button. All right, cool. So we're gonna start off with the Liverpool and the Everton. So to be totally honest, why do I say to be totally honest? Where's the best place to go and look at form? So the last 5 matches, their head-to-head record, Liverpool have won 3 of the last 5 matches, and it's at Anfield as well. And Liverpool are looking, they have been looking good. So Liverpool, the last 5 matches, Liverpool have won 3, lost 1, and drawn 1. Wow, wow. And Everton's last 5 matches, they've won 3 and lost 2. So Liverpool's loss came against Tottenham. Obviously, we knew what happened against Liverpool Tottenham. Well, pardon me. And the draw came in their last match against Brighton. But just throw me off that. Yeah, but tomorrow, when I look at the game and I see Everton, who, 3 in their last 5 they've won and everything, but I can't see them getting anything at Anfield, if I'm being totally honest. I think when you look at how Liverpool have been playing, when you look at the fact that they're looking rejuvenated, they're not looking so tired. Last year with that midfield, they were looking very tired. I feel like right now they've got the workers in there. But what I will say is that Everton, they've been churning out their results. So if I look at Everton's last 5 games, this is including EFL Cup, obviously. So they beat Brentford for 3-1. That was a good result. When Doucouré scored, Calvert-Lewin scored. Yes. Aston Villa, they beat 2-1 in the cup away, which is not an easy thing to do, beating Aston Villa away. So, but then there's a flip side to Everton where they just go and lose to Luton. I think they lost to Luton. Yeah, 2-1, they lost to Luton. And in the last game, they beat Liverpool 3-0. So when you look at their last 5 games, the 2 that they've lost, one was against Arsenal, 1-0, and Luton. So they have that in their locker, but the teams that they beat, Brentford, Aston Villa, not even putting Aston Villa in there because it was Carabao Cup, but Bournemouth, it's a different kettle of fish when you're coming up against Liverpool. And I think Liverpool are going to put them away. I think because of the form, regardless of who they played, because of Everton form, they're going to go there thinking that they can actually do something. And I think an interesting thing would be who Liverpool start in the midfield. I think McAllister in that holding role, I think if you can get at him, they will struggle because obviously he's the deepest lying midfielder. So, yeah, if they could get at him and surround him and just make it a dogfight and not allow Liverpool to get into their stride, they have a chance. But for that game, I'm gonna go with. By the way, as I'm saying these things, like, give me your score predictions, guys. Like in the chat, I'm gonna go through your score predictions too. But for that, I can't see anything other than a Liverpool. I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win. I think. Yeah, I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win. I think that. Do you know what? I think for the first 10, 15 minutes, it's going to be a bit, close. But I do expect Liverpool to run away with that. And I think 4-1. I think 4-1 for that game. I think 4-1. I think Everton will get one. They'll probably get one when they're already 4-0 down and Liverpool have made subs and they switched off. And Doucouré is probably just going to get one somehow. But I do think it's going to be 4-1 to Liverpool. I think if Núñez starts, he scores. He scores. I think Salah will score 100%. Who do you guys think will score for Liverpool? I think Salah definitely scoring. I think Nunez is scoring. Why's my mind gone blank? What's Nunez's first name? Oh my gosh, my mind's gone blank. Can someone in the chat quickly remind me of Nunez's first name? How can I forget? My mind has just gone blank, guys. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. But if Nunez starts, he scores. Think about Nunez, yeah? And those of you that listen to the pod will know that, like, I'm a fan of Nunez. I think what makes him so good is the fact that he always has two or three chances a game. And yes, you would like him to put away 90% of his chances. Darwin, I can see. Darwin, okay, cool. I'm going to go through your comments, guys. Yeah. Don't know what happened there. My mind just went blank. But it would be nice if Nunez could score every chance he gets. But if you're getting two or three chances a game, even when he doesn't start, he's just such a nuisance. And I would love him at Arsenal. I would love him at Arsenal. And the reason why I'd love him at Arsenal is because if you're getting that many chances and you're going to be putting them away, at least one of them, you know, the amount of goals you could score in a team like Arsenal, even a team like Liverpool. I don't know why he doesn't start more, but yeah, no. Nunes for me is he's a really really good striker. What do you guys think of Darwin? Because a lot of people don't like him. They look at the chances he misses and say he's not a top striker. But for me, anyone that, like I said, gets that many chances. Obviously, Salah is the main man. Salah is going to do what Salah does. But I do think that anyone that can create chances like he does, out of nothing, he can create a chance. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's not clean. I think that's why. Because he's not. Oh, sorry. He's not clean. He's not got the je ne sais quoi. He's just raw, but he's getting better. So anyway, yeah, that's it for me. Darwin is going to score, and I think Liverpool are going to win that 4-1. I don't think Everton. Has anyone in this chat given Everton a chance of getting anything from that game tomorrow? Let me see what you lot are saying in the chat. Let's see. Thing is, someone is watching on this, yeah, and rather than just putting in the chat what they think, they're messaging my phone. You know who you are. Can you just, mate, if you're gonna message in the chat, please. Thanks, and make sure you like up the chat. God bless you. All right, so let's see. Anwar, my bro, looking good. My guy, what's good? I still need to call you. I'm gonna call you. Don't worry. When I get off this, we'll speak. Got Liverpool to win. Perfect game for Chaos Baller Nunes. Yes, 100%. I definitely agree with that. Let me even put that there. Pin message. There you go. Got Liverpool to win. Perfect game for Chaos. 3-0 Liverpool. Yep. Liverpool 4-0. Would you class Salah as a striker or a winger in the modern game? Salah's a winger, man. You know me, I'm old school. Salah's a winger. And yeah, guys, as I'm going through this, just keep your questions coming, and we're going to go through them as we're doing the predictions. So, yeah, no, Salah's a winger for me. I don't think there's many top strikers available these days. Like, what if you had to think of a top striker in today's? If you had to name me 10 top strikers, bearing in mind, I'm from, like, when I was younger, strikers were around. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had Batistuta when I was really, really young. We had Inzaghi. I'm not even naming the obvious ones like R9 and Thierry Henry and Ruud van Nistelrooy, Hernan Crespo. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we had strikers, but how many top strikers are there around in today's game? If you name me top 10, you're going to start putting people like, and no disrespect, but when you name top 10 strikers in the world, people like Ivan Toney and that, and I like Ivan Toney, but remember what the era I'm coming from, where when you name 10 strikers, you're naming people like Raul and Ronaldo, like I said, and Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp. Like, you can't, yeah. Name me 10 top strikers. In the chat, give me 10 strikers. You know, you ain't got to name all 10, but if you just give me one each or whatever, or two each, name your top strikers. And then we'll see that the quality ain't really there when it comes to strikers. But anyway, let me go back through these comments. But Salah is definitely a winger to me. Um, Salah is a winger, just not an old school stereotype. Yep. Darwin Nunes, Darwin. So this comment is about Darwin saying he's good because he doesn't know what he's going to do half the time. Yeah, the agent of chaos, 100%. He is. Darwin Nunes is the agent of chaos. Doesn't know what's going to happen, but he gets it done. Okay, he's good because the Everton might score, but they won't win. Yeah, I agree. Maz, big up, my guy. How you been, man? Mazo. How you been? It's been a long time. Glad to see you here. Liverpool 3-1. Okay, cool. So no one's got Everton winning this at all, which is absolutely hilarious. That's good. Right, we're gonna go on to the next game. Let 1 second. Next game. Next game. All right. Go. Um. Right. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. All right. Brentford versus Burnley. Burnley haven't won yet, have they? Yeah. Burnley haven't won. And right now, Burnley have only got 4 points. Like I said, I don't think they've won um, in the league this season, sorry. Right. Ethan Pinnock is out. Ben Mee is out. Second is ill. Due to return on the 22nd. What date is that? Ain't that coming up soon? Oh no, Friday. Oh, so Flecker might be back. Okay, cool. Right. So, oh my gosh, they got a lot of injuries. Rico Henry, Hickey, Sade or Shade, whatever his name is. Sorry, the Silva, Shandon Baptiste. Hey, Shandon Baptiste. Obviously, he's been in this podcast. If you look at my shorts that I've done on YouTube, there's one of him when he's speaking about Oli. But yeah, Shandon's my guy, man. Pardon me. Okay, so let me just look at their form. Look at this. So, oh wow, Brentford haven't won in their last 5 games. So they lost 2-1 against Man United, which they shouldn't have lost. But obviously, you know, McTominay scored 2 in the last minute. They drew with Nottingham Forest. As mentioned before, they lost to Brentford, lost to Arsenal in the EFL Cup, and lost to Newcastle, which is they haven't won in 5 games. Brentford, man. And what do you guys think of Brentford right now? Because I like them and they have their style of play, but maybe it's just the injury. Because when you look at it, it's such a massive miss not having Ivan Toney there is a massive miss. And um, oh, there we go. Yeah, not having Ivan Toney around is a massive miss, man. And I think him coming out for 1 or 2 games, is fine. But it's such a long period to go without him. And Wissa, he does well. He works hard, but he's not Ivan Toney. And I feel like Mbomo is a different player when Ivan Toney's on that pitch. And then you've got even Rico Henry, who's a massive part of their defense. He's out with a knee injury. So it's difficult for them, man. And I just think they're struggling to get any rhythm right now. They're not really looking the same. You know, them ones where it's like that every couple of seasons you need to freshen up. You need to freshen up your team and freshen up your players. I think it's one of them ones with Brentford. They just need to freshen up, but it's difficult when you've got the injuries that you've got. So that's them. And let's see Burnley. So Burnley, their wins have come. They beat Luton 2 games ago. They lost 4-1 to Chelsea in their last Premier League game. Remember that one? Lost to Newcastle, lost to Man United. Even against Man United, they should have done. If they had any real quality, they would have won that game or got something from that game. That's the game when Bruno scored that goal, right? That is that game. where the long pass over and Bruno scored that volley. That was against Burnley, right? I'm not making it up. But Burnley don't really have, the quality like that to. They play nice stuff and whatever. They can stay in the game, but the moment a goal goes in against them, they kind of just lose their way. And I don't know how long they can go without a win in the Premier League. They haven't won in the Premier League yet. Oh no, they have. Okay, cool. They have. They won once in the Premier League. All right, cool. But anyway, even with that being said, I don't see them. Their win came against Luton. Luton are just the worst team in the Premier League by far. So I'm not expecting any. I'm not expecting any wins. Any wins from Luton anytime soon, but we're going to come to their game. So, but Brentford's a different kettle of fish. And one thing about Brentford is that they've been in the league now a couple of seasons and they've got Premier League know-how. Whereas Burnley, you can see that they just don't have the experience when it comes to the Premier League. Like I said, their ideologies and stuff are good, but no. But yeah, guys, as I'm talking about this, put your scores in the chat for Burnley, for Brentford versus Burnley. I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna go 2-0 to Brentford. I can't see Brighton. I can't see Burnley really doing much in this game. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for Burnley. No, sorry. I'm definitely gonna go for Brentford. And yeah, guys, what do you not think of Burnley? Do you reckon Burnley are gonna go down? I honestly think, yeah. I think Burnley are probably gonna go down. And when I see them, like I say, they play nice stuff they play like nice football when they're at home and everything. It looks nice and neat. But the moment a team ups it against them, it's a wrap. And they just don't look like they can score more times. They just don't look like they can score. Yeah. So we'll see. I want to say this. But just in case he counts. So basically, I've got a Burnley player coming on the podcast this weekend. Because they're in London. So hopefully he doesn't cancel. Let me message him now, actually. Message him right now. Because it would be very good if especially straight after the Brentford game, if we can get his perspective on what the game was like. And oh yeah, guys, I'm doing a watch along tomorrow as well for the Chelsea match. If you want me to do, that means I'll be in the studio all day. If you want me to watch the game in the morning, I might just do a day of streaming tomorrow where I watch the Liverpool game with you guys, Liverpool Everton, and then I watch the Arsenal Chelsea match or Chelsea Arsenal match in the evening. Let me know what you think. I'm definitely doing one, the Chelsea Arsenal match, but I might do the Liverpool match as well. If you guys join me, of course. If you don't join me, then I'm not gonna do it. Right, let's see. Let me just quickly message this. So yeah, just quickly. That's the thing about these players, bro. These players like to cancel. So yeah, no, guys, get your scores in. I think I can see one person with their scoring, and also get your questions in. Also, just get your questions in, and we can keep talking. Let me go through these comments. Sonogo. They haven't Tony for a while now. They should be used to it. I hear that. I hear what you're saying. I think, yeah, about Brentford, they should be used to it. But even though they should be used to it, it doesn't change the fact that he's just such a big player. You get what I'm saying? If in Man City, go the season or go long enough without Kevin De Bruyne, even though they should be used to not having Kevin De Bruyne, it's still Kevin De Bruyne. It's still a big part, and you can see how much they miss him. If Rodri, okay, look at Rodri. Rodri went missing for 3 games, and in those 3 games they lost 2 of them. You get what I'm saying? So I think even though you should be used to not having certain players, when it's players with just overall good quality, which is above the rest, I think you're gonna feel those misses. You get what I'm saying? So 100%, 100%. Brentford to win, probably 2-1. Guys, whoever else is in the chat, make sure you like the stream, and also let me know what your score predictions are. Probably 2-1. What did I say? I said 2-0, right? Burnley are too nice for the Prem. 100%. 100%. Burnley are too nice for the Prem. They don't really have that to take it up and make it hard for teams. Do you get what I'm saying? Company, company showcasing his football ability for another job in the Prem. With better players, he could do something maybe. I agree. I agree. I think that I think that with company, you can see what he's trying to do. And in the championship, they were flying and it was working. But I just think that yeah, the players aren't good enough for the Premier League with regards to what he wants to do. I think if you're gonna play with a team like Burnley, I hate to say it, but it's I hate to say it, but it's you need like a Sean Dash. Do you get what I'm saying with those players, where it's like a direct kind of football, just make it rough for teams and just like, do you know what I mean? All the nice patterns of playing and tactics is all good, but when you're coming up against other teams who are also doing that and have better quality players, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So yeah, I hear what you're saying with that. What did I say? That's pause. That's pause worthy. Um. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's go to the next match. Let's go to the next match. So the next match on the docket is Bournemouth Wolves. I'm trying to figure out, yeah, which. Oh, that's a big match. There's some big matches on tomorrow. You know, there's some big matches. Okay, okay. We're gonna get down there anyway. Bournemouth versus Wolves. Right. Let's look at their form going into the game. So let me look at the table. Let me look at the table. So Bournemouth are currently second from bottom. Gosh, second from bottom, and in their last 5 games, they've lost 3 times and drawn 2. They do their last 2, or maybe yeah. No, no, they've lost their last 3 and they drew 2 before then. So their form right now is in the bin. It's actually in the bin right now. And Wolves are in 14th. In their last 5, they've lost 2, drawn 2, won 1. Let's see who that came up against. Who that was against. Okay. So Bournemouth injuries. Kelly Scott. Philip Billing. I say he might return this weekend though. Tyler Adams out till February. Oh wow. Let's see who Wolves. Bueno, Lamina suspended. Tomato suspended. Oh, those are um notable misses. But let's see. Oh, where did I go for that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so Bournemouth lost 3-0 to Everton, lost 4-0 to Arsenal, obviously, come on. They beat Stoke in the EFL Cup, lost to Brighton 3-1, and drew 0-0 with Chelsea. So I think drawing 0-0 with Chelsea, you can see that they've got enough in them to trouble teams. You get what I'm saying? But it's just about whether or not they can trouble Wolves for long enough and get the goal and make it difficult. I think if Philip Billing isn't playing, already their chances get even lower. I do expect Wolves to win. Wolves are also a team that they're like hit and miss. They've got the players where you think that they can do something, but they're just a bit hit and miss. Like they can go and beat City, but equally they could then go and lose in ridiculous manners. So they drew 1-1 with Aston Villa. They lost 3-2 to Ipswich. They lost 3-1 to Liverpool, but that's no thingy. They drew 1-1 like with Luton. You know what I'm saying? They're hit and miss where you feel like they should be doing something and should be coming away with wins and everything because they've got the obvious quality. They don't, and they fumble. But put your scores in for Bournemouth versus Wolves. Put your scores in, and let me know what you think the scores are going to be. I'm going to go with. Do you know what? I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. I just think I just think that Wolves are just too hit and miss. I think Wolves are too. Do you know what I mean? Like they could be amazing one day and grind out a victory, like I said with Man City, or they could struggle to get a draw against Luton. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Whereas I think Bournemouth are either good or bad. There's no in between with them. You know what I'm saying? So I think Bournemouth would do enough. Plus as well, yeah, I think Bournemouth 2-1, which is probably going against the grain. Let me see who's favourites for that game as well. So the probability is, oh wow, the probability is that Bournemouth are 40% odds on to win, 33% chance that Wolves will win, and a draw 27%. So yeah, I'm going with 2-1, 2-1 to Bournemouth. But if Philip Billing ain't playing, 1-1, 1-1. But I don't think Wolves are going to win tomorrow. That was actually might be a decent game actually. Also, while I'm here, what I did want to talk about with in regards to what do you call it? What I did want to talk about in regards to Wolves. Pedro Neto. I think I saw that he's got the most assists in the Premier League so far this season, and he looks like he's back from that serious injury that he had last season, season before. He looks like he's back at the required level and the level we knew he was at. And do you think Pedro Neto could be good enough to play for a top four, especially top six club? Do you think he might be good enough to play for one of them clubs? I think that if a team was to take a chance on him, they wouldn't regret it. Let me see how old Pedro Neto is right now, because I think he can actually go on and do bits at a big club. Let's see, Pedro Neto age. He's 23. He's 23. So I do think that Pedro Neto will I think he'll get a move, but where he'll get a move will be interesting. Because I think this is probably going to be his last season at I think it's going to be his last season at Wolves, because he knows he's too good for Wolves, especially them playing like they're playing now. I think a team in Europe, whether that be Europa League or Champions League, is for him. But it just depends on who comes in for him. And obviously he's had that injury, so other teams might look at him and not really fancy him too tough. But I do think that. Do you know what? Yeah, no, I'll stick with that. I think Pedro Neto can do that. I think Pedro Neto can go for a top four club. When you look at a top four club, you look at what? Man City. Nah, I think he'd be a bit part player of Man City. Who they got? Doku, Grealish. Who's Man City's other wingers? Doku, Grealish. They can't only have two wingers. Guys, let me know in the comments who's Man City wingers. Have they only got two wingers now? Mahrez has gone. They got Doku. Am I missing someone? I know they like to put Bernardo Silva out there. And Foden a winger. Yeah, who are Man City's wingers? Anyway, you know what? I think he could play games for Man City. I don't think he would start, but then Pep likes to rotate. But I do think he'll get plenty of games. I think he's good enough at the end, and he's only 23. Arsenal, 100%. 100%. Because even when Saka is not, we can't be playing Saka every game. I do think he can come on and do bits. Who else is there? Chelsea. Yeah, I think he can do well for Chelsea. Liverpool. Yeah, yo, I think he'll be really good at Liverpool actually. Yeah, man. No. Tottenham, 100%. Yeah, no, I do think Neto should could go, but football's a funny thing, like before you know, he'll end up at Villa, which is an upgrade from Wolves, but it's not a massive upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll end up going to Villarreal or a team abroad who are in Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do 100% think he can. But yeah, no, 2-1 to Bournemouth for me. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Right. Um, live chat. Okay. So, uh, yeah, that's understandable. It's a big loss for them. What was that for? Oh, Tony. Okay. Bournemouth Wolves. It's a dead game. 1-1 going to be last on match of the day. Um, hopefully Neto has put injuries behind him. He has serious running power. I take him. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. He's a really, really good player, man. Um, he would have left Wolves earlier if he didn't have that injury. Liverpool were after him, if I remember correctly. Yeah. But I think also as well, weren't Arsenal after him? Weren't Arsenal after him as well? If I'm was that the season we got Pepe, or was it even last season? I remember Arsenal being linked to Neto. Oh sugar, I think I'm in trouble here. Um, he would have left Wolves. Okay, yeah, could be decent option for Spurs too, 100%. So Doku, Grealish, Foden. Now they play Silva, Alvarez. So yeah, they got a lot of players, and because of the way they play, with everyone rotating, yeah, like anyone can play them. But I do think Neto would get games for them. Listen, we're gonna have a conversation about Foden as well, but when we get to Man City, because well, we're gonna have that conversation about Foden. Hey, what's wrong with Villa? Hey, I don't want issues. Listen, Villa are good, man. I like Villa. Unai's got them. Are you a Villa fan? Because I don't know, or are you just ready to just freedom fight for any team? But if you're a Villa fan, listen, I'm sorry. Listen, I don't mean any harm by that. I mean any disrespect. Because we're all one. I get Villa. No, I'm joking. No, 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 no. No, I like Villa. I like Villa, honestly. Like, and I think who are Villa playing? We're gonna get to that game anyway. But honestly, I do think Villa are a really, really good team. I think Unai have got them playing well. I think they're a bit too inconsistent. All I was trying to say is that they're not they're not um, they're not top four. You're not with the Arsenals and the City. Notice I said Arsenal first, and the Liverpools and the even United. Even though United aren't playing well right now, they're not there yet. And I do think that he can go a step above that. That's what I meant. Hey, don't come and fight me, please, please, please. You know I'm struggling for people in this chat already. I don't need you to leave. Thanks. I'm joking. I don't know about Arsenal being after him, but yes, would be a good rotation. Yeah, I am a Villa fan. So of Unai. What do you think of Unai? Obviously, we had him at Arsenal. I liked him at Arsenal. I think that he lost the changing room, but it was too early, man. And people, it's funny because if you'd given him more time, I do think he would have turned it around. Because when you look at the team that he was messing with, it's mad. It was actually mad. But I do think if they'd given him more time, but you know what? I think it got to that point where it was just so bad, so bad. People were coming to the games. Yeah, it was bad. But I do. I think he's a very, very good manager. I think that time at Arsenal there were times where he played some really, really good stuff. But it was that period after Wenger, like I said, with some of the teams it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, man, I think he's a top manager. What do you think of him? And guys, did you not give me your um? Oh yeah, no, no, you did, you did. We didn't talk about Villa. Okay, cool. Next game we are going to be looking at will be. Oh gosh, look at this game that Nottingham Forest and Luton Town. Listen, Nottingham Forest are 13th in the league. Luton are 17th. Let's see um, Luton's last 5 games. Let's see the form, guys. Form. When did Luton win? Was that? Oh, Luton beat. Oh yeah, we spoke about that earlier on. Yeah, Luton beat Everton, but their last 5 games, 3 losses, 1 win, and a draw. Yeah, Forest. Their last 5 games, they got 3 draws, a loss, and a win in their last game. The thing is, I'm not sure the itch minute. The thing is, yeah. One second, yeah. So let's see. Let's see the injuries and suspension. So Serge Aurier looks like he might be back tomorrow. Nuno Tavares. Funny enough, I spoke to him earlier on. If you haven't yet seen the Tavares interview on my channel, and he's coming back on this channel, Tavares, very soon. We were meant to link up, but we're meant to link up this week, but then he had to go back to Nottingham. So he says returning tomorrow, hopefully. Aina should be returning tomorrow. Aurier returning tomorrow. Felipe looks like he might be returning tomorrow. Awani is out for another couple of weeks. Danilo is out, and Montiel is out with no return date. Let's look at Luton. Luton injuries. Potts is out. Bell out. Osho's out. Sambi Lokonga. If you haven't seen my Sambi Lokonga interview on my channel, check that one out too. Clark is out and Anderson is out. To be honest with you guys, I can't see anything other than a Nottingham Forest win here. Listen, I'm going to try to keep it respectful, but I think, yeah, Luton are, mate. You know what? Luton's that team where it's like they're happy to be there. I feel like they know that they're going to be going down themselves. They're going to try, obviously, and do their best, but I can't see them staying up. I actually can't see them staying up. I think Nottingham Forest have better quality players. They've got one more season in the league now and everything. So, yeah, I can't. I honestly just cannot see it happening. Cannot see it happening. I'm actually going to go. The thing about Luton will create chances. But if you not remember that last game against Tottenham, even when Tottenham went down to 10 men, Luton had chances, but they just could not put the ball in the back of the net. They have an obvious lack of quality there. And that's not even any shade or anything. It is just what it is. I can't see them scoring goals, honestly. So with that being said, I think the score will probably, but Nottingham Forest, I wouldn't even say Nottingham Forest are that great. They don't really play like great football. I think they've got, in Gibbs White, they've got a really, really good player. Really, really good player in Gibbs White. But yeah, I think they've got experienced players. They've got players, because they're able to offer good contracts at Nottingham Forest. They've got players with better individual quality than Luton. So, they've got the players that will get them over the line. But I'm not expecting a great game, if I'm being honest. But get your predictions in the chat. I think 3-0 Forest. I don't think it's going to be a great game, but I think Forest are going to. I don't think Forest are going to have to be outstanding to win that game, but they'll get their 3 goals. But yeah, it's not one that I'm going to be watching. Let's look at the chat. Right, so the chat, see what you guys are saying. Probably the best manager we've had in a while. Oh, this is about Unai. His quality speaks for itself. Might not be good enough for the top jobs, but level below, he's ideal. I think he's good enough for them jobs. Hopeful for a trophy this season, a good run in Europe and the cups. Forest Bank Luton 3-1. Forest going under the radar, but they're decent. Luton are the West Brom during the 2010s. Happy to get relegated and pick up the checks. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, Luton. I can't see Luton getting anything from this game. It'd be interesting to see their next couple games. Right, what's the next game we are going to look at? Next game, I think it was the City one. Oh, City Brighton. Listen, this is a good day of football tomorrow. When you look at it, you've got the Merseyside derby, which is funny because the only reason why we probably think the Merseyside derby is going to be a good one is because it's a derby, not because of the actual quality. That with City and Brighton, you're expecting good football and an interesting game. You're not really expecting that from Liverpool Everton, but because it's a derby, it's a different kind of excitement, like with tackles flying and everything. But Liverpool are probably just going to just do them over. But yeah, Man City. Obviously, Man City are coming off 2 losses. They're coming off 2 losses right now. Let's go and look at their form. Man City are third in the league, and Brighton are sixth in the league. Brighton have been a bit up and down with their football. Let's look at their injuries. Let's look at their injury list. Man City only have Kevin De Bruyne out. Wow, that's it. Brighton have Mitoma, but Mitoma might come back tomorrow. Lamptey might come back tomorrow. Estupian is out till November, and so is Cisco. Wow, but Mitoma, if he does come back tomorrow, that would be big for them. Lamptey, I know Lamptey was one that I had high hopes for, man, but I don't know if it's because technically he's not as clean as you would like him to be for the way that De Zerbi is playing, but he's definitely still a good player. Man City, their form guide in the last 5 games, they have lost 3 times. So they beat Man City. They lost in the EFL Cup to Newcastle, which was followed up by a loss to Wolves in the Premier League. They beat Leipzig in Champions League 3-1, and then they obviously lost to the best team in the world, Arsenal, 1-0. But with that being said, I don't think there's any sort of crisis. I remember on the podcast that I released after that, when people are talking about there being some sort of crisis, and I'm just like, are you not kidding me? Like, this is Man City we're talking about. They're still only 2 points behind the top, and they've lost twice. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's any sort of crisis. I think tomorrow they will come through. I think Brighton in the last 5 games, they've drawn 2, lost 2, and won 1. So their win came against Bournemouth. Since then, they've lost against Chelsea, lost against Villa. Oh, that's 6-1. Yeah. Marseille drew in Europa and drew 2-2 with Liverpool. But I definitely feel like, what do you call it? Like Man City will definitely come through. I think it's going to be very, very good football. I think that Brighton are going to create chances. They're going to do what they do. They're going to try and hold possession, and counter attack as much as they can. Shout out counter attack. But I think for them to do anything this game, Mitoma has to be playing. It'd be a massive loss for them. But also, I think Man City just have that ability to, because they've got experience and they've got real quality on a normal day. They've got that quality to just bounce back and switch on and absolutely just dismantle Brighton. And this ain't the same Brighton from last season. Right now, they're struggling to get rhythm. They're struggling to get any sort of form going. They're a bit up and down. So I'm expecting a really, really good game, though. A really, really good game of football. It's funny, though, because earlier on we were talking about Ivan Toney being a big loss for Brentford. And even though it's been a couple of games, they should have been used to it. But Kevin De Bruyne, man, and it's sad that we've probably got about 3 years, 2 or 3 years left of Kevin De Bruyne. And his body just looks like he just can't hack it anymore. But hopefully it's one of them ones where he finally just sorts out whatever the root injury is and then comes back and he can play or whatever. But when they haven't got Kevin De Bruyne, you can't ignore. Haaland is still a top striker, but you can't ignore the the partnership that Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne have. You can't ignore what Kevin De Bruyne brings to that team, in regards to his creating, whether it be for Haaland or for any other player, even his goal scoring ability, and just when he's on the pitch, the team just have a next kind of lift. So, and he's the only one that's really got the quality in a short space of time to just make something happen out of nowhere. He's the only one that they've really got. After him, it's probably Alvarez. Alvarez is a flipping player. He's such a good player. But yeah, you can't ignore that it's a massive loss. But one big thing, especially for tomorrow, when they're coming up against a team that can play football and have a lot of movement, is Rodri. Rodri coming back is going to be big for them. And before I finish, guys, let me know your before I finish on Manchester City and things. Let me know your scores for tomorrow, Man City versus Brighton. But yeah, when you've got a team like Brighton who move the ball quick and their players go around and they move around the pitch and they interchange positions. When you've got that, it's important and imperative that you have players like Rodri playing. Rodri is so important to that team. He's reading up the game and just the way he calms everything down, everything goes through him. He connects defense to attack nice, and you know what I mean. He brings a level of calm and composure to that team. So that's a massive plus for them tomorrow. Um, but Brighton, obviously, like I said, need Matoma. But also, Brighton have that thing where they can just show up. And if Brighton play how we know they can actually play, they could go and surprise Man City tomorrow. I think for me, I just can't see Man City losing three on the bounce. I can't see it. I can. I think tomorrow, because they're low on confidence and things aren't flowing, I think City will come out and get the win. But I think it's going to be about like a 2-1. I think it's going to be a 2-1. And if we're going to be talking about margins, we're going to be talking about, when teams give away poor goals, like, or it might be like a penalty that just sways it. But I can't see anything other than a Man City. Man City are not losing three games in the trot. I honestly cannot see that happening. Yeah. So for me, 2-1. Let me see what you guys are saying. Um, right. Should be a good match. Should be a good match. Uh, should be a good match. City usually beat Brighton, but they're not on form at the moment. I think Rodri is back now after having a nice break. Yep, Rodri's back after having his suspension. You know how good it must be for Rodri to know that, listen, you lot are not winning without me. You get what I'm saying? And John Stones is also back. I know he came back last game against Arsenal, was like his first game back. But I think having him back in again, and this time he's had a couple of games under his belt, went away with England. I think that's a massive, massive plus for them as well. So Rodri and Stones back, yeah, I could see them moving tomorrow. Matoma signed a new deal at Brighton yesterday. Yeah, he did. For another 5 years? What year are you in? 2023? Till when? Oh, 4 years. Okay, cool. Also, with KDB being that, it's allowed Alvarez to flourish. It looks like the real deal. Yeah, I was literally just saying that. Alvarez is a really, really good player, man. Really, really good striker. And I think in any other team, he plays up top and he does well. But obviously, you've got Haaland in front of you. But even so, he's just shown how versatile he is. I think he can play up top and score goals. I think he can play behind the striker and score goals. He can play anywhere along the front line. And you can see his first season, he was just kind of getting into it. Was it his first season last year? Yeah, last season was his first season, right? I'm not making that up. Yeah. And I think he was just getting bedded in. And even then, he was still showing his quality. Big part of Argentina winning the World Cup too. And you can see now he's actually like taking responsibility on that team, and he's actually recognizing that, nah, I deserve to be here. I'm good enough to be here. And yeah, he's a really, really good player. I think Pep said something about him that he's like the only good. No, he's like one of the first names on his team sheet. Okay. Did you give your prediction? Did you even give your prediction? Let me know your predictions, guys, for the City Brighton game. Let me know. I'm gonna quickly fly through these so I can log off. Um, I think the next game on the docket is the main game of the weekend. No. All right, Newcastle Crystal Palace. I'm just gonna quickly fly through this. Newcastle Crystal Palace. I think that's gonna be 3-0. 3-0 to Newcastle. 3-0 to Newcastle. I think that's gonna be. I think that City are going to not City, sorry. I think Newcastle are going to be too much for them. It's at St James's Park as well. I think Crystal Palace are a bit, they don't really have bite to them. This is what they do every year. They kind of coast through. They're not going to get relegated. They're not going to really pull trees and get into Europe. Mid-table finish. Let me see if Eze's even back. So last 5 matches head-to-head, Crystal Palace haven't won any. There's been 3 draws and 2 wins for Newcastle. The form, Crystal Palace have won once in their last 5. Newcastle have won 4 in their last 5, including that one against PSG. Was it PSG against PSG? So yeah, I can't see them really doing anything like as in Crystal Palace. I know they beat United, but United are such a poor team right now. So Newcastle are without Jollington, Isak, and Botman, but it says their return date is the 22nd, so this weekend. Willock might be back this weekend as well. So yeah. Jollington, Isak, Botman. Yeah, if them players should be back, they'll be okay. They'll win that game. I think 3-0. And Crystal Palace are without Schlopp. They says even though Schlopp might come back tomorrow, Riederwald might come back tomorrow. Eze's out. Yeah. Elise's out. Yeah, no chance. Sorry. Newcastle tomorrow, 3-0. Yeah, no. James Tompkins. I might try to get him on the podcast again. Guys, I'm saying this now on the live. I'm going to get James Tompkins on the podcast. If you guys don't think that I've got any sort of sway or clout, you're going to know now. Look, on the podcast, I've just thrown it out, so I'm going to get James Tompkins. Watch, I'm going to get James Tompkins on the podcast. Right, the next game now. Yes. This is the big match of the weekend. Chelsea versus Arsenal. Oh, Sugar, let me go through your comments, sorry. Let me go through your comments. And then we're going to talk about Chelsea versus Arsenal. 3-1 or 4-1 to City. Toonami win 2-0. Possibly Tonali's last game before his ban. Eze and Elise keeping Palace in the league. They'll be gone in the summer, I reckon. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. I heard, though, that is it Nunes? Or Nunes? Who's the one that plays for Man City? Is it Nunes, the one they bought from Wolves? Had they not got him, because remember they were meant to get Paqueta, but then obviously he's got his case, so then they came out of that, and then they got, it is Nunes, right? Yeah, Mateus Nunes, yeah. Then they got Nunes in. If they hadn't got him, they would have gone in for Eze. I know that for a fact. Get me? Obviously, man's in the know like that. So yeah, they would have got Eze. Eze's gone next year, 100%. 100%. Right. So tomorrow, the biggest game of the weekend is Chelsea versus Arsenal. I think this is going to be a very, very interesting game. It's going to be a tough game. The reason why I think it's going to be a tough game is because I don't think Chelsea are being given the credit that they deserve. I feel like Chelsea have been playing well, and I've been saying it on the podcast. They've been playing well. It just hasn't really been, clicking for them at times. But I honestly do believe that tomorrow is going to be another game when they're playing well, and it could go either way. Of course, Arsenal have the quality to go on and win the game, but I don't think. I think people who are saying that it's just going to be an easy one for Arsenal are in for a big surprise. The probability of a Chelsea win is 30% tomorrow, according to Google, and Arsenal 43%. Obviously, Arsenal are second in the table, unbeaten in the league. Um, unbeaten in the league. Let me see how many times Chelsea have lost in the league. Where are Chelsea? 11. Oh, flipping! Oh, sugar. Chelsea have lost 3 times in the league already. But yeah, it's gonna be a very very tough game tomorrow. Let me see injuries and stuff for tomorrow. Injuries and suspension. Diassi should be back tomorrow. Broha should be back tomorrow. Carlton Palmer. Carlton Palmer. Cole Palmer should be back tomorrow. Reece James should be back tomorrow. Chalobah back tomorrow. Badiashile back tomorrow. Chukwuemeka back tomorrow. Nicholas Jackson back tomorrow. Bettinelli the keeper back tomorrow. No, what's good? Everyone just wants to be back for this Arsenal game. What's happening? What's happening here? Do you know what I'm saying? They're getting all their players back. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. But listen, if Chelsea can field their full strength team like it's looking like they're going to be able to pretty much, it's going to be tough. You've got Mudryk who's looking like he's starting to just get a bit of form and get a bit of confidence. And then you've got Sterling who's been playing like really, really well this year, and he's been so lucky to not have been in the England squad. You've got Enzo and Casiedo forming some sort of partnership. You've got Conor Gallagher just being Conor Gallagher and just being a nuisance. Even though I think if he plays against Arsenal tomorrow, yeah, I don't think he'll have a good game against Arsenal tomorrow if he plays. I think he'll probably get sent off. Yeah, but let's see Arsenal because I've spoken enough about things. Let's see Arsenal's misses. Saliba had an injury. Saliba, Saka, and Trossard were all our main injuries, but it's looking like they could be available tomorrow. Hopefully they are. If we're without Saliba, even though I have enough faith in Kivio and Tomiyasu, I do have enough faith in them. Saka, obviously we need Saka, and Trossard, big player. Timber is still out. It's crazy how Timber was looking so good in pre-season, looking so good in that first game before he got injured, and he's out for the season now, or coming back like after halfway through the season. So, but yeah, let's see the form guide. Chelsea have lost 1 of their last 5 and drawn 1. Their draw came against Bournemouth. Let's see the teams they beat. They beat Brighton in the EFL Cup. They lost to Aston Villa in the league. They beat Fulham. They beat Burnley. So yeah, some might say that the teams that they're beating aren't the greatest of opposition, and this is going to be their toughest test in a while. But you know, when you're on the pitch, it's 11 versus 11, bro. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And Arsenal's form guide lost in the Champions League, drew against Tottenham, and the other games have been wins. The most notable win coming against Man City. I think if Arsenal have their first choice defense in, Arsenal win that game. I think Rice is in great form right now. Partey is available again. I think that Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, if we play that midfield, yeah, it's the win. I really hope that Arteta doesn't just decide to just give me your scores, by the way, guys. I hope that Arteta just doesn't decide to give Havertz a run and just expect him to just be like, yeah, because he's his old team is going to serve up a storm, he's going to cook up a storm. Listen, let's just keep reintroducing him from the bench. I like him. He's been having good impact. And when we feel like he deserves a place in that starting lineup, give it to him. But I do think Arsenal will go on and win that game tomorrow. I think it's going to be a tough game. I don't think we're going to just steamroll them. I think it's going to be a bit edgy. Arsenal always seem to be giving away quite a few chances. I know against City we didn't really give away many chances, but generally speaking, we're not keeping as many clean sheets as I was like. We're giving away too many chances. So Chelsea will get their chances. And I'm saying a 2-0 Arsenal. Oh. I think we'll have a clean sheet tomorrow, and I'm going to say it's going to be a tough 2-0 away win for Arsenal. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Right. I'm just loading up the chat again. Right. Possibly tonight's last game. Chelsea, Arsenal 2-2. Ooh. You think it's going to be a score draw? Chelsea aren't looking as bad as they previously. Mudryk picked up form. Their midfield is a mess though. You think so? I think Caicedo and Enzo are doing all right, but equally, the level of opposition they've been playing hasn't been the greatest. So yes, they have been looking good, but they haven't come up against Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. If that is the midfield that starts, so it's going to be a different kettle of fish. Should be Enzo, Caicedo, and Palmer. Gallagher doesn't have the required tech. He's so basic. You know what? I hear that, yeah, but I do just think that with Palmer though, he's very how can I put this? No, not Palmer, Gallagher. I feel like Gallagher reminds me of what Henderson was bringing to Liverpool, where he wasn't the best technically, but in terms of the standards and what the manager wants from the team in regards to like the tempo and just discipline or whatever it is, and just getting the team up for it and having a bit of pride in the performance. I think that's why he's probably going to go and play. So yeah, that's what he brings to the team. Cole Palmer, I think he's so good. I think Cole Palmer's so good. I think it's going to be a long day for Zinchenko. I wonder who they start. Cole Palmer, Mudryk, and Sterling. Mudryk will probably start, and maybe Sterling over Cole Palmer. I don't think they're going to put Cole Palmer in the midfield three. That would be ridiculous because Arsenal will deal with that all day long. Right. Palace is the right level. Palace is the right level for Cole Palmer. I mean, for Gallagher. They can't afford it. Yeah, I don't know, it depends because he might just be a manager's dream. You know, you get those players who are just a manager's dream. So Mason Mount is a manager's dream where it looks like he doesn't really do much on the pitch, but then obviously managers love him. Milner, a manager's dream. Who else is a manager's dream? Gallagher, manager's dream. Henderson, manager's dream. They might be one of those who's just great in training and just always, if you give him a job, he'll just do it. And you just know what to expect from him. He's always going to run through a brick wall for you. And I think because he does bring that, managers might just always like him. You get what I'm saying? Remember for years at Arsenal, Xhaka, for whatever reason, managers, no matter what manager came in, they played Xhaka. They played him. And there must be a reason for it. I think that's the same with Gallagher to be honest. But yeah, I think Arsenal are definitely going to win that. Not definitely, but definitely going to win that game. Hopefully Havertz doesn't start for Arsenal because I don't know what he brings to your team and he makes things worse. You know what? I think Havertz is struggling with having any sort of direction. I think when you look at him in the earlier days before he played for Chelsea, you could see when he plays in teams that have direction, even for Germany, he does well, he does better. But at Chelsea, there was just no direction and he needs to be coached. Whereas he plays with instinct a lot of the time, what I saw him doing with Chelsea. But now that he's with Arsenal and he's got jobs to do you know what I'm saying? He's got responsibility. You can see him trying to work it out. And I think that's what he needs. And the more he gets used to it, I think the more the player will come out. So I think he struggled in his early part of life at Arsenal. But in the last couple of games, I have been seeing him do better. And it's no coincidence that I've been seeing him do better from the bench. I think that's what needs to happen. He needs to come and be making the impact until he ends up, knowing exactly what is required of him, knowing exactly the job that he needs to do, and then so he can go and kick on. Cool. I don't really rate Mount. I don't know what he's really good at. Goal and assist is bog standard and doesn't really have an outstanding skill set. Do you know what? I used to say the same thing about Mount, but there was a time when Mount was actually showing up for Chelsea. I think he's a really good technician. If you actually look at him, he's actually a really, really good technician, Mason Mount. But I just think that he's another player that needs a role. You need to designate him a role and surround him with good players who also are doing their job and can lift him up. I don't think he's a player that can That I don't think he's a player that thrives off being given that freedom in a team that's actually performing well. If you see Mount when he's been playing well, is when the team has been playing well and playing with that freedom where he can just go in and express himself. When you're asking him to just play a game and you're playing in teams where everything's all over the place, it's a bit hard for him. You know what I mean? At Man City, it's a mess. I'm not Man City. At Man United, it's a mess. Like you're asking him to go in there and stand out amongst nonsense that's going on. When there's no clear structure, no clear tactics going on. And I think that's what he struggles at. But when there's real vision and, a team that's playing well, and Mount plays good. Obviously, you want a player that doesn't only play well when things are going well, but still. Okay, let's fly through the other ones. Okay, cool. MJ, I've just seen your message. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna sort that one out. I've been meaning to, I just haven't really. Yeah. Next game that we are looking at. So I'm gonna log off now. Let's just give predictions. Just quickly fly through these. So, where are they? Sheffield United, Man United. Oh my gosh, there's so many matches on tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. So is there a match at 12:30? So we have a 12:30 kickoff. We have Man City and Brighton at 3 o'clock, and then we have Chelsea Arsenal at 5:30, and then we've got Sheffield United, Man United at 8 o'clock. Yo, there's a lot of football on tomorrow, bro. There's a lot of football. Sheffield United versus Man United. Man United are going to win this game. Sheffield United are awful. I think Sheffield United are going to go down along with Luton and Burnley. Yeah, Man United are probably going to look good tomorrow, and they're going to paper over some cracks. I don't think Sheffield United are going to have anything for them. I think Man United are going to win, and all of a sudden everyone's going to be looking at Man United. Yeah, see, we're winning, we're looking good, and blah 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 blah. But I can't see them pushing on. I think Man United are actually in real trouble if they don't sort it out. After I come off this, I'm actually going to record a podcast that's going to be out tomorrow, like a quick 15-minute video. I'm going to talk about the Jadon Sancho stuff that's going on. I'm going to talk about something else that happened today. But yeah, the Jadon Sancho saga, him being put out for transfer, is an interesting one. But I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, but I think that's going to be 3-0 to Man United. I don't think Sheffield United have anything for United. I don't think Sheffield United have anything for anyone. What do you guys think? So, like I said, I'm just going to fly through these. I only wanted to be on for an hour today. But remember, I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. So after seeing the matches that are on tomorrow, it's going to be difficult to figure out which one I should watch. I might do two watch along. Liverpool and Everton and Chelsea Arsenal. But equally, I'm going to be watching the Man City game during the day, and I'm obviously going to watch the Sheffield United. That Man United Sheffield United game, I'm going to watch that. So you might just get a hella watch along tomorrow, boy, or you'll definitely get one. The Chelsea Arsenal is a given. I'm watching that online, but I might do the Liverpool and Everton one. So you guys just let me know. So I've just seen a comment coming. That comment was on the phone. Also, guys, make sure you like the stream if you're in it, even if you're going to cut out in a bit. Make sure you like the stream. But also, yeah, man, follow me on my socials, man. So when I'm chatting, tweeting, the only time I ever tweet is during football. So if you want to come and engage with me over on Twitter, follow me at DapoCEO. It should be in the bio. Come and let's just chat. You know me. If there's one thing I want to talk about, it's football. Yo, Daps, call in Monday. Yeah, 100%. 1-0 Sheffield United. Cameron Archer to score. Cameron Archer, listen, you do not think that Sheffield United are actually going to win that, do you? Are you on banter right now? Speaking about United, I don't think they've that turned the hurdle. Never even heard of that saying. Turn the corner, cool, but turn the hurdle. Hope Sheffield United can cause an upset. You actually feel like they're going to cause an upset, or are you just saying that just to do banter? Let me know. And guys, like up the stream, and make sure you watch the video that I put out tomorrow as well. Let me see the last two games. Sunday, Aston Villa versus West Ham. You know what? I'm going to go Aston Villa. I think if this was at West Ham's ground, I would have gone. If this was at Aston Villa's ground, I would have gone to. I mean, if this was at West Ham's ground, I would have picked West Ham to win that game. But because at Aston Villa's ground, I think that they're going to, get over the line. Let me go deeper in this game because obviously we've got a Villa fan in the chat. Big yourself up. So Aston Villa are 51% favourites to win this game. West Ham are 24% likelihood to win this game, and a draw 25%. So Villa are the overwhelming favourites for this game. Let me see the table right now to see where they both are. Where's that game? Okay. Let's see. So Villa are 5th, West Ham are 7th. There's only 2 points between them. Right, I didn't even know they were that close. Okay. I didn't even know Villa were even 5th. I don't know. Wow. Let's see. Last 5 matches. Wow. Villa haven't beaten West Ham in 5 matches. Wow. With West Ham winning winning 4. So the last time they played, it was a draw. And before that, West Ham have won the 4. Wow. Interesting. Let's see Villa. Iro Bunam. Who's that? He's injured anyway. Moreno's out. Buendia's out. Ming's obviously out. And Jacob Ramsey is out. Okay, so you got a good couple of injuries, but not a lot. Johnson is out to the 23rd of October. He's come back. Cresswell should be back this weekend. Fabianski is out until further notice. Okay, cool. Let's see form, guys. Aston Villa have won 3 of their last 5. Same. West Ham have won 3 of their last 5. Okay, it might actually be an interesting match. I didn't know they were that close in regards to the league and everything. Before I look at the chat to see what the Villa fan is saying, I forgot your name, sorry. Apologies, I want to get to know your name. I think, like I said, I think Aston Villa will win that game anyway. I think the only thing that's going to sway is the home advantage for Aston Villa. I'm going to go 3-2. I'm going to go 3-2 to Villa. What are you guys saying in the chat? Let me see. Right. Right. Calling Monday. Look at the bad vibes you're bringing to my life. Hoping for Arsenal to drop points. No way. Why would you hope that? Liverpool to win? No. None of that. Sorry, meant turn the corner. No, I think Sheffield United will be resilient and stink out the place for a 1-0 win. I mean, hopefully, because I love it when Man United lose. So, hopefully. Villa to win, but West Ham are our bogey team and we haven't beat them for a while. Now, annoyingly. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I didn't know that you hadn't beaten them in 5 games. And that's just the last 5. I wonder how, if I went back to like the last 10, how that would look. Need to win to keep up the hunt for Champions League, but I think it'll be a draw 1-1. Is that what you're going for as an Aston Villa fan? Champions League? I think it's interesting because this year, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's top 5. It's the top 5 that go up, right? Top 5 go up. I mean, qualify for Champions League, not the top 4. So I didn't know that's what you're you're going for. Okay, so Tim is a DMCM from the academy, highly rated prospect along with Louis Barry and Finn Azaz. Yeah, Louis Barry, I know. Louis Barry's at Salford. Oh, is he back now? Is he back or is he still at Salford? Uh, best believe I will be there if that happens. What, if Arsenal lose? Get out of there. 5 spots for Champions League. Okay, cool. So yeah, and Tottenham Fulham. I'm going for Tottenham win. That's on Monday Night Football. I'm not going to be. Oh my gosh! I normally do a live on. I normally do a live on a Monday, but yeah, play unless I go live after the game. Unless I go live straight after the game, so I might watch the game and then go live after. Or do you think I should do a watch along for that too? There's too many watch alongs there. I don't want you to just get bored. No, no, no. I like to just do an hour after. Boom. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how the weekend goes, man. We'll see how the weekend goes. But yeah, I think Tottenham are going to win 3-0. I think they're going to win 3-0 because they're just up right now. Yeah, they're just up right now. I can't see them. I can't see them winning that game. Fulham. Yeah. Right. I don't think we'll get Champions League, but with Chelsea United, why not? Why not aim for it? 100%. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's live. Love for everyone that joined. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do maybe the Liverpool game. We'll see how it feels because those of you that have been watching me for the last couple of weeks know that I can't see my foot, but I fractured my foot, double fracture. I got the all clear to go and run and stuff today, so I'm gonna be running in. It depends how early I wake. I'm normally an early wake up, an early riser. Yeah. So if I can wake up at a decent hour, get all my running and stuff done, and get to the studio in time, then I will record or I will jump on live. But if it gets too close and I'm in a rush and whatnot, nah, we just have to wait till the Chelsea match, Chelsea Arsenal. So yeah, so I do believe that is me. Like I said, there's gonna be live. I'm meant to do a live on Sunday. So I said, okay, I said the days I'm gonna be going live will be Mondays, Fridays. Fridays we're always gonna do the prediction. It's gonna be the prediction show, and Sundays we'll do like a watch along. So I was meant to do one watch along in the week, but there's so many good matches that I might just do the watch along tomorrow and Sunday just have like a day off. But it all depends. If you guys keep coming and showing up, then yeah, we'll keep doing it. But make sure you guys like, subscribe. Also, can I just say thank you as well, yeah, because I went away from YouTube for a long time and I neglected it. So audio wise, my podcasts do well online, like Spotify, iTunes. They do really, really well. But YouTube's always been like a struggle, and then I just neglected it and it went all the way down. But I've definitely noticed you guys tuning in 100%. Like, you guys have definitely been tuning in way more, and my analytics are showing up. So I just want to say thank you. And we're going to get back. I'm telling you, 6,000 by the end of the year. 6,000 by the end of the year. We're gonna get there. Get to 6,000 subscribers. So, and for me to do that, obviously you guys are doing your job by watching me, but I've got to do my job by putting out the content. And we move. So hopefully this weekend I've got something for you on Monday with a player. I've messaged a player while he ain't got back to me yet, but hopefully we've got a player, a Burnley player, coming on the podcast on Sunday. Obviously they play Brentford, so he'll be in London tomorrow. Then we can get that done, cool. But guys, let me know if there's any players or anyone or anything you want me to reach out to and all of that. But yeah, man, you guys keep rocking with me, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So like up the stream. Let me just do one rave of the comments, one last round of the comments, sorry, and we'll see. Yaga yo. What's good, man? Peace out. See you next time. Yeah, man. Join in tomorrow if you're there. If you're available and you lot see, and turn your notifications on. So even if you ain't looking to watch me, at least you know that I'm coming online. So yeah. So if I am going to do a live stream, and you might want to see that, at least you get a notification to say that I'm going live. Big up Daps, just got back in. Oh, you missed the whole thing, man. The whole predictions. Very quickly, Arsenal versus Chelsea or Chelsea versus Arsenal. What's your prediction before I go? And we're going to leave it on that. We're going to leave it on that. Oi! Give me your prediction quick in the chat before I go. Chelsea versus Arsenal. I know you're my regular, man. Oh, get our knee on. Okay. I could reach out to him. I could reach out to him. Yes, listen, even if I do have, what do you call it? Even if I do have, or even if you do have football and I do stream, just come back and even if you watch a quick 5 minutes, whatever, just, you know how we do, get the views up. Come on. Lisa B. Beauty. Peace. 2-2. Oh, come on, man. All right, then, cool. Yeah, guys, that is the end of this stream. And yeah, I am out. See you guys. And obviously, right after this, I'll turn off that camera. I'm going to record another podcast about 10 minutes, 10-minute video, talk about Sancho and whatever else happened today. And that's going to come out tomorrow as well. So if you need something to listen to in the morning, I'm going to be putting that one out. So yeah, in a bit.